It's a Pooh family. I am here today to share a little Black History moment with you all. I wanted to just talk a little bit about the so-called conscious community and the how I first heard about it. At least I can't say how the term became about, but from my understanding, during the time of the Civil Rights era, there was also a resurgence of people wanting to know about African history. So there were some teachers who had come here from Africa and began talking about the culture of the Yoruba and the Akan people. And then there was just this whole movement of black love, and people began to want to dress in dashikis and afros and certain jewelry to express their culture. And as a result of this, people begin to study their history and become conscious. And that is also when the big festivals started to happen. I believe the first one was in Brooklyn, New York, a big African festival. And they had this festival so that people who were conscious, people who were into African culture, could come together with artists, people who made their own products, and they could sell the products. They had workshops, they had concerts, and it was just a time of celebration and to celebrate the culture of our people and our history and all of that. And that was back in, I believe, 1970 or 69 that they had that first festival. And of course, they began to grow, and people all over the country began to have African festivals. More people began to write books, and more people began to learn about their culture. And that is how I understand the conscious community came about. So these were people who went out of their way to study, and that is what set them apart from others, because everyone did not want to study about their history and culture. Some people rejected it, some people accepted it. And so it began to grow. And now we have people who are conscious of their culture. They like to live and celebrate the African culture. But we also have people who are health conscious and may not know anything about African culture, but they're conscious of eating healthy and being vegan or raw foodist and such things. Then we have people who are spiritually conscious and have become awakened to the path of enlightenment. And again, these people may not be conscious of African history or Pan-Africanism or any of that, but they are conscious of spirituality in different ways than others. So we understand that our so-called conscious community has grown, it has expanded, it has changed even. And I feel it's best for us to accept each other and respect each other for our differences and work together as opposed to being competitive and being divided, because that is not our way, whether you're conscious of it or not. So that's just a little Black History tip for you, a little bit about the conscious community, which I have been a part of for 20 some odd years, because I became aware of my culture, I became spiritually aware, I became aware of eating healthy. So I would say I'm all conscious, and there are some people who are that, but we're all on different levels. We're all, in this together, and we do have to respect each other, but also honor those who do have knowledge and those who have made sacrifices to keep the culture and to keep the consciousness going, because that is no joke. So I pray this information will be helpful to you all, and until the next time, Hetepu. Uncle Jason Ed.